Hello, YouTube. I am Bruna and I am the hostess this morning. This is Talk and Talk, a platform where we come to communicate in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This is not a class, this is an immersion. So this means nobody here is going to teach you anything. However, you're going to learn a lot from the other students, the other talkers. We always learn a lot from each other, right? As I said, this is not a class, and this is a place where everybody is welcome. So if you find someone here who is a beginner or who is intermediate, advanced, everybody is free to join the talk. And don't forget, the most important part of the philosophy here, it's about being respectful and being patient too, right? Because we are speaking another language and sometimes we forget the words or we need our time. So please respect your talker's time, your friend's time, okay? What else? There are 11 of us, so I'm going to split us in some breakout rooms. Please there choose someone to lead the talk, read the questions, and make sure everybody is going to have the chance to talk a little bit. Be respectful, be nice, and please, in the breakout room, if you need any help, below the cameras, there is a button called Ask for Help. You can click there and I can go to the room to support you. If you need me, I can go there. Okay? I'm
Okay.
going to split you right now. So I just need to ask you a minute to do this. And then we're going to start. So let's go. We're going to have, let me see, 11. Maybe we can, I'm going to split you in a trio, I think. And one trio and a group of 4. And then if the trio gets empty, please guys, you can come back to the main room if someone leaves, okay? So that you don't have an uncomfortable conversation. Or maybe you can do 2 rooms with 4. Yeah, let's do like this. Let me reorganize the stuff. We're gonna have 2 rooms with 4 and Pedro and Tuani are going to be here with me in the main room. I'm sending the questions one more time. And I really hope you enjoy it. And at around 9:50, I will bring everybody back. Don't forget the rule number 1 in the breakout room. Before answering the questions, introduce yourself, please. Okay? I think
Okay.
now we are ready to start. I hope you enjoyed the talk and see you in 40 minutes. Let's go. If you didn't receive an invitation, this means you're going to be here with me in the main room. So I have with me Tuani and Pedro. Tuani, if you can you turn your camera on? If you can't, it's okay. But if you can, please do it. Let's introduce ourselves. Can you do it, Tuani? Who are you? Share with us.
Hi, good morning. I'm happy. I'm apologize because I'm without a camera today. My
No
camera
problem.
is estragada. Um, então vamos lá. My name is Tuane. I am 27 years old. I'm living in Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais. I am a professional of physical education. I am study doctor degree, so I'm PhD student. Um, I I study area of cardiovascular system and exercise. Um, that's it.
Very good. That's a lot about you. What are your hobbies, Tuani?
My favorite hobby is watching series and I play with my dogs. I have 4 dogs
Oh, okay.
in my home, 4 dogs, and makeup and travel.
That's great.
So
Great.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I am Bruna. I live in São Paulo with my family. I'm 27. I work as an English teacher and also as a community manager. I like dancing. I like makeup too, just like Duane. I what else? I've been studying Spanish too. I'm in this journey to learn Spanish, and I love living and talking to other people. Pedro, can you introduce yourself again, please? Share with YouTube who you are.
Okay, my name is Pedro Jawed. I'm 34 years old. I'm living in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. Two mineiros in in room. But in moment I live in Tallinn, Estonia. I like watch series. In moment I watching Marvel series, the Netflix Marvel series, né? Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. I like play bass with my band. I like travel too. But
That's awesome.
what?
No, that's incredible. So you have a band?
Yes, but my band is Brazilian band. In moment I not live in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
My band is no stopping, but I am not play in moment.
I got you. Okay, no, that's nice. That's nice. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So we're going to talk about conflict today, and I want to know from you the first question. When you see the word conflict, what do you think of, and what do you think are the main causes of conflict between people? Pedro, can you start?
Yes. I listen the conflict in my head. This is a work. Conflict is in the work. The principal cause the conflicts, in my opinion, this is interesting. I don't speak this, but in work. In my opinion, conflict is not good. I don't like the conflicts, but in our moments, these are good for experience.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. So you said you think of conflicts at work, right? What kind
Yes.
of conflicts?
Uh,
What kind?
uh, Now it's not a conflict in the world, but I don't work in now. But in my experience, this is conflict is the positions and opinions in works.
Very good. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's hear from Tuane. Tuane, did you think of work conflicts too, or something else? What do you think are the main causes of conflicts between people? Tuane, are you there?
Liguei aqui, estava desligado.
Okay, it's
Turn
okay.
off.
It's okay.
I think so conflict relacionados a positions and opinions in work, but I don't eu tento não me envolver com conflitos. But when I see the word conflict, I think of stress. The word conflict is stress. It's the same word. I think there are several reasons for conflicts to be created, but in work, maybe from work to personal, até de questões pessoais até questões de trabalho, né? Acredito que pode. I believe these questions.
Very good. So maybe I agree with you. Maybe we can have several types of conflict, right, in different areas of our lives, right?
Yes.
Like when I think of conflict, I think of two people who have like different opinions and they can't agree. So they are like this, they are trying to so they are like fighting, like doing like this, crashing against each other. And just like Tuani and and like Pedro mentioned, I think both of you mentioned, right, that we have a lot of causes. It can be because of work, it can be in our family, it can be with friends. So I wanna, Pedro said something, and I want to skip to question number 4. Do you think conflict is inevitable? Can conflicts be like positive at some point, or they are always negative? Tuane, what do you think? Is it possible to avoid conflict or not?
No, conflicts will always exist. I guess impossible life sem conflicts. And sometimes it can be good or bad, but we will always learn something. I think we ever learning something in situation. I try think dessa forma.
Yeah. When do you think conflict is positive?
I think when learning something, same situation is bad. I try learning something good.
Great point. Great point. Okay, very good. Pedro, what about you? What do you think? Do you agree with Tuane?
That in my opinion, conflict is not inevitable. Depende the people's is living in conflict, but algumas people's is mais relax, and others is nervous.
Yes.
But two people's nervous is conflict is inevitable. But this conflict is don't have a positive or negative. Is variável. I think well, or positive or negative. It's that depende the time, the moment.
Good point. Good point. I think from my point of view, it's inevitable. But I agree with you that sometimes it's not that it's going to be positive, but we are going to learn something. And I think at some point, if we avoid conflicts, I think if we avoid conflict all the time, we don't face problems, so it's like, oh, everything is always good, and you are not dealing with the problems you have. So I think sometimes conflicts can be positive for you to deal with the problem that is happening around you and the other person, or that is happening in that environment.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I think the problem happen when we have conflict with a complicated person.
Good point. It's like with someone that can't deal with the problem, right?
Yes. Yeah. When the person is good vibes, it's right. All right.
Yeah, it's easier to deal, right?
I am a good vibes person.
You are. That's true. That's true.
The problem is
There
that two people's stressed. The
Yes.
conflict is inevitable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Ben. Guys, I wanna ask you number 3 about how you deal with conflicts. Number 3, how do you deal with conflict? Do you think it's good to avoid I'm sorry, it's good to try to avoid conflict, or we always need to face them? Is it like, do you think sometimes it's good to avoid, Pedro?
I deal with conflicts. Evitando
Avoiding.
avoid the living the conflicts, but it's I don't see the melhor forma, but is my in my opinion, avoid the conflicts is a good.
Okay, why?
But why I don't stress me?
I got you. That's a good life. That's good vibes, you know. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
worry. I want to avoid because I don't get stressed. But that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I would know from you, Tuane, and you. Do you avoid conflict or no?
I avoid ever with possible because I person good vibes, but the same conflicts me perseguem. I try to resolve it as best I can, and I do therapy. Therapy is tudo na vida.
Yes, good, great point. Therapy is everything, and I think it's really important. You know, just like Pedro, I am a person who loves avoiding conflicts. Pedro, I am a person who likes the environment. I like everybody happy. I don't want anybody fighting. You know, everybody just like, oh, I'm happy, I'm comfortable. And
Yes.
this is like, for me, I see this as something bad, because sometimes we need to, like, I use it to take everything in a light way, but like sometimes we need to be more strict, you know, because like when we are too nice to other people, like when we don't want to face things, other
Yeah.
people think we are too nice and they can do everything they want with us, you know. Oh, Bruna is so nice, Bruna accepts everything, it's okay if I do this to her. And like, no, you know, because I also get hurt, I also feel sad because of conflict, or like because of other things. So nowadays I am trying to face conflict and not avoid them, you know. Like if I don't like something, I'm trying to say it, like I don't agree, I don't like. Because if I just try to make the other person happy, I will never be happy, you know, because I'm always trying to make them comfortable, and I forget of me, you know. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
clear, but this
One point, this me, I avoided the conflicts, but in resolution the problems or works or every situations, this conflict in the end positive, it's okay, but is conflicts at toa, I don't like.
I got you. Okay, so if it's something important, then you solve. But if it's silly, right, then you avoid. I got you.
Bruna, what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Taurus.
Ah,
And you?
I'm Cancer.
Cancer. Okay. And you, Pedro, what is your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius, but
Okay.
I don't understand the zodiac. Never.
It's
I
okay.
understand the Cavaleiros do Zodíaco, but this is a zodiac
I loved it.
personalities. I don't understand never.
Okay. Really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I loved it. Guys, I wanna ask you number 2. Now, like talking about the conflict we have with ourselves. You know, what kind of conflicts can people have with themselves?
It's difficult.
What conflicts are you facing with yourself? Pedro, can you start?
Yeah. Kinds of conflicts. Existential conflicts. I look the every people's this existential conflicts, but this is a pessoal conflict, né? Political conflicts. And now is one theme is up. Politics and opinions.
Very good. No, but you said something nice, about the existential conflict, right? Because
Yeah,
here
but
I
this
am.
our conflict is the teenager conflicts, no?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
The every people, né?
Yes. I think it always happens, I totally agree with you that this is a conflict we usually have with ourselves, right? If I'm doing the right thing, if I am with the if I have the job that I want, right? If I am study something that it makes sense for the, like, considering the person I want to be in the future, right? These are good. These are some ideas I had. Pedro, what problems are you facing with yourself? Like, what conflicts are you facing with yourself?
But in the moment, I don't conflict with me. I am relaxed. I am discovering the new country, but this moment is so happy.
Very good. How long have you been living there?
1 month and 10 days.
Good.
1 month. It's a new experience for me. But but it's not conflict. It's one difficulty. Now is a winter. Winter is coming. The moment is not cold totality, but winter is coming. This is it's a one problem, but it's not conflict.
I got you. Very good, very good. Thank you so much for sharing. And Tuani, what about you? What kind of conflicts do you think people can have with themselves, and what conflicts are you facing with yourself now? Your microphone. Okay.
For me, I think conflicts related decisions and special choose that not depend ourselves. Decisões que não dependem de mim. Isso gera conflito. I think it's good to avoid the same conflicts, but when they exist, it's necessary to face them. Não dá para prolongar. the same things. Yeah, I think so.
Very good, very good. I think it's nice what you said, because we are not responsible for everything, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we want to save the world, and it's impossible, right? So it was really nice what you said. Really, really nice.
Yes.
Very good. Well, go ahead. Do you
Uh,
want to add something?
and my conflicts. So my conflicts existential conflitos, crise existencial. Não, agora sério. My conflicts are told about the future. The future is complicated. I am a person anxious person, and this future is the conflict very very big, and the questions with my father. My father is sick, and is difficult, but the future is pior. A gente sempre quer saber o que vai acontecer amanhã.
Yes, that's true. And being anxious is so hard, right? Because we are living thinking of the future. I totally agree with you. This is a really complicated conflict for me too. I'm anxious, so I'm always trying to think of, or to preview, to foresee what's gonna happen in the future. So I understand you. Not easy. And I'm sorry about your dad. I hope he gets better soon. He gets better soon. So
Thank you.
that's it. No problem. Well, let's see, guys. The next one. I want to skip to question number 6. We were talking about, like Pedro was saying, that sometimes it's better to like not focus too much in the conflict and everything. So do you think there always have to be a winner or a loser in a conflict, or sometimes it's like maybe both can win or both are going to lose? What's your point of view, Tony, about it?
This conflict is not competition, in my opinion. I doesn't a winner or a loser. Depende the situation. Yeah? Se a winner se a winner good the every people's the conflicts, okay, but or no, it's not good. But in my opinion, I doesn't a winner or a loser. The point is a resolution the conflict, the good form. But a winner or a loser is a other question.
Great point. I liked it. Okay, very good. Do you agree to it?
I think it depends of situation. I agree with Pedro, but someone will always be right, and that can make me change my mind about this conflict. So I change my mind about this question or this conflict, and I learn alguma coisa.
Okay, that's good. That's good answer. I think I agree with what Pedro said about not being a competition, right? Life is not a competition, right? I know sometimes like people deal with everything this way, right? They're always trying to compete against each other, but it's not worthy to always trying to be always competing against other people. It's exhausting, right? You're always trying to be the winner. Oh gosh, I know because I am a competitive girl, but it's bad, to try to compete all the time. Like it's not a nice thing to face. Well, I want
One question
go ahead,
is,
go ahead.
a winner conflict is a good or bad? But a winner a conflict or a winner com conflict?
I didn't get it, Pedro. Can you repeat?
Yeah, a winner conflict is good or bad, but a winner is a winner with conflict or winner ou, o conflito. Ganhar com conflito ou ganhar o conflito.
I think
Good
I
question.
think winner with conflict.
Yes.
Não, ganhar ganhar alguma coisa com isso, né? Ganhar alguma coisa com o conflito, algum aprendizado. I think
It's a other point.
yes. And you,
Eita,
Bruna?
I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I understood. So you are asking Pedro if it's better to win a conflict.
Yeah, win a conflict or win with conflict.
No, win a conflict,
Yes, this is a point. Win a
Yeah,
conflict, in my opinion, is good.
yeah.
But win
Yeah.
with conflict is not good.
I got you now. Yes, I don't think it's good to win with a conflict, because you are winning and then you are making other people like losing and making them uncomfortable, and you are maybe going over other people, right? But
Yeah.
if you win I totally agree with you. But if you win a conflict, it's nice, right? Like
It's nice.
it's good. It's a good feeling. Yeah. Guys, I wanna skip to number 9 because I know both of you are you're married, right? And yeah, are you married, Pedro?
No, but
Are you in a relationship?
yes, a
Okay,
girlfriend.
that's
I'm a
very good.
girlfriend, but it's
Okay,
not married.
okay, that's good. And Tuan is married, so you are in a relationship. So I want to know from you question number 9. Should a conflict be solved straight away or when we calm down? How do you deal with conflicts in your relationship? Do you wait until you and your partner are like calm to solve, or do you think it's better to solve it straight away at the time the conflict happens? Tuani, can you start?
I don't know. I don't know this question because me and my husband don't fight, don't conflict. You believe?
What?
Yes,
That's the
yes.
perfect
Yeah.
relationship.
I don't know. The next month I completed 10 years together, and don't fight
But
ever, never. But for example, it's supermarket. I don't comprar very things,
mhm.
but my husband likes comprar 3 or more things because it's less expensive. You understand?
I got you. So like
Yeah,
when you go to the
no,
market, he wants to buy a lot of things because it's cheap.
yes, no, not have necessidade. And esses são os tipos de conflitos que às vezes eu...
Yeah, but like in this case, do you have to solve it straight away, like at the time the conflict is happening, right?
Yes, but in situation onde os ânimos ficam aflorados,
Mm-hmm.
seja em qualquer relação, I think when we calm, acho que é quando a pessoa está calma, because when we stress, às vezes a gente pode dizer alguma coisa que não gostaria.
Yes, that's a good point. Yes.
Eu penso assim.
Great. I totally agree with you. It's better to be calm, right? To be, just to relax a little bit and then solve.
Yes. Good vibes.
Yeah. Do you agree, Pedro? How do you think is the best way to solve the conflict?
Yeah. In my relationship, it's I don't very conflicted, but às vezes, but it's a resolution, in my opinion, to depend the moment. In also moments, resolve it immediately, okay, but in other moments, it's a calming down in past conversation, but it's my melhor. But I don't live in very conflicts in my relationship. Is this?
Okay, that's pretty good. So both of you have a calm relationship. That's great. Guys, I'm not in a relationship, but I also face conflict, right, in other areas of my life. I usually like to solve it when I calm down, or when the other person calms down. I think I agree with you that it depends on the situation too. If like sometimes it's better, like when the energy is like too high, just like Tony said, it's better just to talk, and sometimes this talk is going to happen when we are nervous, like, oh, but I think this, no, I think that, and then you try to solve it that way. And some other times it's better to think a little bit more and then answer and then try to say something. It really, I think it really depends,
Yeah, it's a very important, not accumulation, the conflict.
Good
But
points.
in one moment, this conflict is a big ice ball.
Yes.
In one moment is a boom. Problems is a very, very big.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And I think this is why communication is so important, right? Because if we keep holding these grudges, if we keep holding these complaints, it turns into a snowball, just like you said, and then it's complicated. I totally agree with you. Yeah, very good. It's not easy to say, right? At least for me, it's hard to communicate what I'm feeling, like when I'm sad or something. I usually don't say. I hold it for me, but I totally agree with you, Pid. Guys, going to question number 10. What would you consider a constructive approach to conflict, like to solve a conflict, or a destructive approach? Like, what is a bad way to solve a problem and a good way to solve this conflict? Tony.
I think the approach constructive to conflict is when the person that the resolver mesmo the problem. I think consider the approach constructive because when the person don't have resolver de forma amigável, I think is destructive. Tem pessoas que às vezes vêm falar com a gente e não fala numa boa, já fala estressada. Então, eu acho que quando ela vem falando com a gente numa boa, então você já vê que é uma forma construtiva. When is stress, I think destructive.
Very good. I liked it. Very good. Yeah, it's a difficult question because conflicts are not nice, right? But I agree with you. If you're always responsive, right? If you're always like, I think when we think we are right, we turn into responsive people, you know, because you always think you're right, and then you're like, no, but I think this way is the best and it's the right one, and I don't think this is the best way to approach a conflict. But I think we need to be open to listen to the other person too, because
Yes.
sometimes we think our point of view is the best, or it's the right one, and it's not, you know. So listen to the other part of the, like, to the other person. I think it's a constructive approach, you know.
Yes.
To deal with it. Yeah. What do you think, Pedro?
Constructive approach. It's a calm conversation and show more examples this problem, the resolution this problem, or teaching the resolution the problems, but it's not a heavy conversation or a stressed conversation. It's a calm conversation. In my opinion, is my easy the resolution.
Doing it in a calm way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tony said something about being too stressed, you know, or I don't know, when we are angry, sometimes it can be destructive, right? If you are too stressed. And I want to close this talk with the question number 8. Do you think violent conflicts should be solved with violence? Like, if someone is violent to you, should we act violent too or not?
Not. In my opinion, violence is not resolve the never conflicts. It's a creation of other conflicts, but that don't resolve it.
Okay, very good. What do you think about it, Tuane?
No, anyway, I agree, Pedro. In my opinion, it's never works. Violence never works. I think we gift, nós devemos dar o que a gente tem. Então, se a gente recebeu uma violência, a gente não deve dar de volta, a gente devolve de uma outra forma, né? I am a good person, good vibes, very very good vibes. So I think
That's
that's
good.
it.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I loved it. How was the conversation, Ju? Did you like it? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, great time as ever. And we realized the great the big problem in your in your conflict is inside of us, and sometimes with person or relatives.
Very
It
good,
is it's difficult accept the argument of old. I am older than you, respect me.
Oh gosh, this is really common. This is a common speech, right? Yes, I feel you.
Yeah.
Pedro and Tony and I, we had a really nice talk here in the main room. So I will just keep asking you how it was and some opinions. I want to hear from you. Now, do you think conflict is inevitable? Number 4. Can they ever be positive or it's always negative?
No, I think we can avoid conflict, especially when this conflict is with other people, other person. But it's impossible to avoid when this conflict is with ourselves. This is the hardest conflict, and can be positive or negative. If I have a different perspective and you have a different perspective, we can talk and grow up together. But it's impossible, and normally it's negative when we have unpolite people, and this is maybe impossible to talk and to grow up together.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much for sharing. I agree with you that sometimes it's inevitable. And I was thinking here of question number 3. Like when I read this question, I want to know from you if you think, like, let me choose someone. Vanessa, question number 3. How do you deal with conflict? And do you think it's good to avoid conflict or it's always important to face them? Your microphone is off.
I deal with my conflict trying to have a conversation. And it's important for me avoid conflict, but it's hard sometimes because people are different. People think different. And I think the best way to deal with conflict is always communication. You need to be a good listener to and to be open to listening the other points. That's it.
I loved what you said, and I kind of answered this in the last question. Like what is a constructive approach to conflict, right? If you're not open to listen, right? And I totally agree with you. It's going to be really complicated to solve it, right? Because sometimes we think we are right and we are not, right? So it's important to be open to listen. Let's hear from Lara. Lara, how was the conversation for you? Did you like it?
Yes, it was really good. I could listen a lot of opinions, and we didn't have any conflicts about that. It was really good.
That's good. I want to know from you if for you it's better to solve the conflict straight away or wait for like both parts to calm down.
I think that when both parts can calm down, it's really important because you can, hurt other people when you can hurt yourself too. So it's important to wait some minutes, some hours.
Very good, very good. But do you think when the problem is happening, like at the time, sometimes it's better to solve it? Like, no, but I think this. No, I think that, and like trying to find a solution straight away.
Yeah, sometimes, yes. I think that as a woman, I can say that sometimes acting with anger is important, to be listened and to solve your things. So some things needs to be solved straight away, but I prefer when I calm down.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. I totally agree with you. I think it's easier to calm down when it's a person we already know, right? But if it's a problem with like somebody we don't know and it's happening at that time, I totally agree with you. It's better to solve it straight away. Guys, it was such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. I loved it. I would like to thank Tuani and Pedro. You made such a nice environment here. Pedro and the other guys, feel free to come back whenever you want. I also have another meeting on Fridays at 5 p.m., so you're more than invited. I sent here the link to the survey. You can send your feedback, the first link, and the second one about the website. You can find more information there about the classes and everything. It's always a pleasure having you here. And thank you so much. Feel free to come whenever you want. Okay, you're more than invited to next week too. Have a great
Bye-bye.
day, guys.
Have a
Thank
great
you.